guys, today I'm here with another tutorial, and this tutorial is gonna be about how to install a USB 245 connector console cable. Um, I actually saw this cable and I was really interested in it because it was just a USB. So I was thinking maybe, just plug it in one time, connect it one time, and it goes. But it wasn't that easy. But today I'm going to show you how to install a console cable. I'll show you which one is it. This console cable, which is USB and RJ45 connector, which goes to the console to a router, the console to a switch, and other switches that need to be configured. And I immediately use it for the Cisco router. I'm actually this is the Oikwan connector. USB console product. I just picked it off the internet, and actually on my Windows 10 it was like a plug and play. I hooked it up to the router, hooked it up to my laptop, boot up Windows 10, and it easily just connected within minutes. All I had to wait was for the driver to install, and it was good to go. But I have another Windows laptop, which is Windows 7, which is this one, and as I said, maybe I try it on. I knew it was gonna be a little bit complicated because it's Windows 7 unsupported operating system, and and I knew it was gonna be a little bit of hassle, but I managed to find a way how to install the cable, and that's what I'm gonna show you. Because I think on a Windows 7 64-bit system, which is mine, it didn't have any luck. I plugged it in, didn't want to install the driver. I think it didn't even show up on the device manager, but then I found some other way, which I'll explain right now, which is very important in order if you want to install this. I think on a 32-bit Windows 7 system, you might have better luck connecting it through the internet, getting the driver through the internet instead of installing it manually. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, let's get started. There's a few things I wanna mention here. This cable is for this kind of type of routers, which even the newer ones, I believe, I'm pretty sure. The console cable, it's this port right here, is this console on the top. Maybe you might be different spot, I'm not sure. And then you have the AUX on the bottom, which connects to the modem. And then you have your RJ45s. Another thing I want to mention is for your, device safety. Don't connect here an Ethernet cable, Cat5, whatever you have. Don't connect it into your console and then straight to your laptop, because that's gonna actually maybe mess up your device, fry it. Just to put that, just to let you know. Always use console cables on this. Don't put your Ethernet cable here and then plug it into your laptop. Just use the console cable. The next step, this is the first step to just get anywhere on a Windows 7 64-bit. If you have a Windows 7, you check the system, and it's 64-bit. This is for you. If you have a 32-bit, maybe it'd be the same. The case will be the same. You might have to install it manually if you don't have any luck. There's a video I seen around where it shows you, and I'm pretty sure his system maybe 64-bit, maybe be 32-bit, but I know for sure it's not gonna. You're not gonna get far with a 64-bit Windows 7. Um, and that's all I can say for now. The next, the first step you have to do is this part right here, advanced boot option. Some of you that have experience might already know how to get here, but the ones that don't, let me explain. When you boot up your computer, your laptop, mostly your laptop, or it could be, I don't know if it pertains to desktop, but this pertains more to laptop. On the desktop, I'm not sure. Well, yeah, you could do the same thing. But if it's a laptop, just you boot up your computer and you hit the F8 key, not the F9, the F8 key. Once before the boot screen comes up, or just keep hitting the F key, and then once you get to this option right here, the advanced boot option, you're set to go. All you have to do is scroll down all the way where it says disable driver signature, and then you hit enter, and then it'll just boot normally. The reason why I'm saying this, because I think that I believe that in order to detect the cable itself, and in order to be able to install the driver, and I think this goes for other devices that are USB, that need to be, that you need to install, because they won't install. You could try this too, and maybe it will work for you. But the thing is that the driver is not compatible with Microsoft, or it's a third vendor, whatever the case is. It sees it as a bad thing, maybe because the driver's manufactured somewhere differently. Maybe the Windows doesn't like it, or it's just like a security issue for the computer. So disabling the driver signature enforcement, that means that you can let the driver install, and the computer will detect the hardware, the USB device. So if you're having problems installing the driver, or even the USB cable, try this. But I know for a 64-bit Windows 7, you have to do this, or else you cannot install it manually in the driver. And if you want to keep using the cable, you have to do this first. Every time you want to use your switch router, you have to do this. Whilst you can't just plug it in and that's it. No, you have to I'm sorry about that. You have to go through this step. So I already did just to show you, I already did this. So yeah, this is a very important step. And if you want to keep using the cable, you have to keep disabling the signature enforcement driver. And every time you disable it, even if you installed it already and the driver and everything, you have to do this. Whilst you won't be able to use, even though you install your software, the driver, it cannot do this. It cannot go through. So yeah. So just remember that. The second step. Oh, the reason why I choose the USB cable, because I didn't want to use this kind of cable here. I didn't want to go through all that. Compare to this, I didn't want to go through. But this is another console cable that people, a 9-pin that they use for a PC or laptops that have this. And then when they don't, they have to go through all this hassle of buying this part and this, and then I think it costs more money. Compare this, it's like what, half the price. So I didn't want to go through this, so I stick to this thing, more sleek looking, and so that's another thing I wanted. That's the reason why I got the Oikwan, um, if that's how you say it, I'm not sure, cable. So let's go with installation. So I already did, before I started the video, I disabled the driver signature, so I'm fine. So now what it's gonna do is gonna try to either detect if once you disable the driver signature, then you'll be able to either plug it in. It might work. It might just get the driver, you know. If it does, fine. If it doesn't, you have to do it manually. So let's just try it now. Let me see what it would do. It might do it. If it does install, plugging it in, then I'll still show you how to do manually. Either way, we'll see what happens. I'm doing it now. Just trying to install. Let me see. Take a moment. Okay, it did not install. Device driver did not install. Okay. So now we have to do this manually. Before we do this, you have to go to the website for the driver, and I think it might be. Let me see. I'm not sure what's the name of it. FTDI. Okay, wait. See, FTDIchip.com drivers, and that's the website for most of these kind of, you know, console USB drivers. Not only for this one, I think you could, but you gotta, find out which one driver is it for. But for this one, you could go to home page. Let me see. My goodness, can it be any slower? Or from if you start from the home page, it will look something like this. Oh gosh. Name of this website is FTDI chip. I just go drivers, and then just go. Oh gosh, I should have just stayed at the drivers. Okay, and then oh no, I think it's okay. Then you go here to the VCP drivers. That's the one you want to go. That's the section. Once you go there, it tells you about the VC drivers, whatever it is. It says virtual COM port, blah blah blah. If you want to know what that is, read it. And then it has a section right here where it says Windows Desktop for those that have desktop. If your system's 32 or 64 or 64, you download it. This, I don't know what that is. Windows Universal. Linux doesn't support it. Mac OS, the versions are here. Whatever you need, Mac OS, Windows 98. I think that's what that it is. Windows CE. For those who have Windows 98. For my Windows, for the one that I use for the Windows 7 64-bit, I use this. I think I tried this and it didn't work. But whatever helps you the most, do it. Whatever, which one, you gotta keep downloading until you find the right one. Windows 2000. Goodness, I don't know who uses this anymore. Maybe you do. But yeah, I use this one, and then I download it. I download the driver. Once you download it, uh, you go to your folder, desktop. You install. If you don't have it, I think mine works really well. WinRAR for Windows 7. Just look it up, download that. I think it might work, it might not on your system, but I got to it. And then once you download it, you open it. I think this that. You make a folder, like I did right here. You make a folder. You extract it. You look for your folder that you create on your desktop. You hit OK, and all the files will extract to your folder. And there you go. Right here's the driver. So for mine, the one that I used was this one, Windows 64-bit. So if you guys want to try that, if it doesn't work, just try other means. These right here, Windows Vista for XP. I think I heard that on Windows XP works fine. And yeah, all the driver driver information, the files you need to be downloaded. And yep, that's it. And one more thing. Let me see. So in order to install the device, you go to download. You go to computer. It's like my computer. You right click it, properties, and it brings up this page. This is where you see what system you have, which is system. It's a system type 64-bit. You might speak by 32, but this is only for 64-bit system. That's so important. You can check that before you even start doing all this. And if you have Windows 7 64-bit, go ahead. I just didn't want to reinstall this machine and switch it to a 32-bit. I'll just and that's what I did. So mine 64-bit. Go to Device Manager, and there you go. This is what you want to see. Once you disable the signature driver enforcement, you want it doesn't install, but it detects it. And once you see this step, you're okay. You will be able to update your driver to the new one, and it's gonna go good from there. So the step is where it says USB serial port, other devices. Remember that? Other devices serial port. Here, does it show it? No, it says USB converter. I think it has to do something with that, but the one you have to worry about it is this one. Other devices serial port. Right click it, and it'll say update driver. Instead of searching it, you could try this, but like I told you, it's not gonna work. No matter what different steps you used, what steps you use or what steps you don't use, or if you're trying to get it off the internet, it's not gonna work. So you have to install it manually. So go to browse my computer for devices. Browse for whatever your driver's at, the desktop. It's easier to get it right there, and then press OK and install the driver. And hopefully what we want to see is that I'll say, once it says driver updated successfully, that means you're already in. That means you already installed it and you're in. And hopefully this is what we see right now. That's what I want to see right now. It says, would you like to install device software? Install it. Khalifas. Shit. from it. It's gonna take a while. This is a good sign. It takes a while. There you go. It's installed. We did the impossible. So I will say updated driver software USB port COM3. That's important. Windows has successfully updated driver software, and that's it. I'll restart. There you go. Serial port COM3, and that's how you do it. Just remember disable driver signature, and you're in. Now you can restart it. You can restart the computer so changes get effect. But as long as you don't do, as long as you do this step before you boot, you will be able to use, your cable. So don't worry about it if you have to do it. I mean, I don't think you're gonna use a cable for 5 seconds, but just remember to do this step. And if you don't disable it before you boot, then it's not gonna. It's like you never installed it. So let's prove it. Now I'm gonna connect my router, my Cisco router. It's an old router, it's a Cisco 2500 series, so it's old. I still need to buy more cables for it, and try to set up on the internet, learn my, so I could get my CCNA, which is kind of embarrassing because I should have got this 20 years ago. I don't know. What you need is this program called PuTTY, and this is like a emulator terminal which helps you connect to your router switches. Everybody uses it, there's like a couple of them out there. So for this project we hit the serial. It says COM1 speed 9600. Just leave this how it is. Tell it to leave it how it is. Don't change nothing. The only thing you're gonna change is COM1 to COM3 because that's where our port is at. Some of you guys might have 4, 5, depends what other device you have on your system. And once we hit open, we should see a black box. Once you see that, you're through. See? There you go. I can even turn on my router. It's kind of nosy. There you go. Takes a while to load, but yep. And that's how you use this. That's how you install the Oikwan console cable on a Windows 7 64-bit. And I hope you guys, if you buy this this cable, if you want to use this other way like this, it's fine. Whatever's easier for you. It was a struggle. I'm glad there's other people. I probably wouldn't even got to this this position level and figuring out how to work this. But yeah, and that's how it is. And let me see. And there you go. That's my router. And I hope you guys enjoy this video and it'll be helpful for you in the future. And subscribe, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you the next time. Thank you.